Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my Q&A answer portion, finally. It's been like a week and a half, so I'm finally getting to it. And yeah, I had a lot of questions. I said you could ask up to 2, and most of you did. There's a lot of 1 questions, but there's also a lot of 2. So you know what, let's get straight into it with our first question. This is actually I think my first Q&A with the brand new camera, so hey, it'll look better. You can see this better, it's more clear because it's more HDified. So I don't know why I had to bring that up, but I thought it was cool. Before I actually answer that question, let me open my drink. Alright, it's gonna be a more laid back video. You won't hear me talk constantly like I usually do, so get used to that. Alright, let's do this. Okay, first one is an opener that is perfect. The first 2 are perfect, as you can see, but the first one is from Dog Pug Fun, and he asked a week ago, "Do you plan on getting the next gen consoles?" Yes. And then JG Review Guy asks, "Are you getting Xbox One or PS4?" Now I'm going to answer this right here. I'm getting Xbox One first, and then I'm going to get a PS4 for Christmas. So there you go. I answered both of their questions. I am getting the next gen consoles, but I'm getting Xbox One first. Later, I'm getting PS4. I'm not saying I think the PS4 looks terrible, but after Xbox One, the announcement came out that it doesn't need to be online and all this stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it first. I think there's better launch titles, in my opinion. I think Rise looks great. Dead Rising. What's the other one? Well, those 2 are really cool looking. Killzone, not so much for me. So, yeah, Xbox One is for me. For now. Alright. Next 3. Alright. Loophole572 asks, number 1, who's your favorite member on Video Games Awesome? Okay, well, Video Games Awesome, if you do not know, is a show on YouTube. It's also, they have their own website. It's Far From Subtle on YouTube. And Video Games Awesome, they just play a bunch of video games. They do a really cool setup. They have their couch and all 4 or 5, maybe 3 people on the couch playing the game in front of them. It's weird. It's hard to explain. Just watch it. Watch like 1 episode. And my favorite member, I would say Ben. Ben's probably my favorite because even though he doesn't say too much on the 3-part shows, where of course there's only 3 members on the couch, when there's 5, there's always something he says or a facial expression that makes me laugh. I don't know. I like him a lot. So there you go, Ben. Number 2, what's the deal with airline food? What's the deal with airline food? That's funny. Number 2.5. Lemis still. Alright, fuck you. Alright, next one is Sly Cooper MC. Do you plan on seeing Carrie? Yeah. Yes, I do. I plan on seeing everything besides Smurfs 2. That's not happening. So yes, I am going to see the new Carrie. So yeah, I might actually, because it's coming out in October and I do my Gors month of horror, might even watch the original and then do like a comparison in a way. Even though I'm not really a big fan of the original, I only seen it once in my life. Whatever. Alright, next is Union Jack Gaming. I know him. Gore the poopy guy. Next is Union Jack Gaming. I know him. How long do you play a game before you review it? Okay. This is my thing. If I buy a game, if I get a review copy, I make sure I beat it all the way. But I don't usually get review copies. If I buy a game, I make sure I beat more than half of it before I review it. Like recently, what was the game? Oh, what was the game? It was Deadpool. Deadpool, I got to the last level, and then I was like, okay, let me do this review, and then I'll beat this tomorrow. I beat it, and I was like, okay, I wouldn't change anything. Like, even though the last level has, like, an onslaught of enemies, I wouldn't change anything. Sometimes I do want to change stuff, and that sucks. But, again, I'm busy. I want to do a review. It was already a week since the game came out. I did the review. So, sometimes I do more than half the game. A lot of times I just complete the game. So, like, Metro Last Light, completed the whole thing. What was it? BioShock Infinite? I beat it twice, almost twice before I even played it. I mean, reviewed it. Tomb Raider, I beat that before I reviewed it. I don't know, I'm just looking at my collection here. Just a bunch of games I beat before I reviewed it. Injustice I beat, but that's like 2 hours, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I play a lot of it before I review it. So number 2, where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years? Fucking president. The youngest president ever. Well, how old do you need to be president? Doesn't matter. They're going to make an exception. Because I'm so awesome. Alright, let me move the camera a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let me zoom it out a bit. I always have this fucking problem when I do these. Someone writes a long-ass question, and I gotta move it. Okay, so there you go. Well, in 5 years, I see myself maybe working at a pretty decent video game company, because if you do not know, I'm going to college for game design, game art and game design. I'm sorry, game art and design. I screwed that all up. So maybe something, maybe doing some 3D modeling, maybe doing some concept art. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at drawing, so we'll see. So next question. That was Union Jack Gaming, by the way. Ooh. Let me take a drink real quick. Alright. Gors the Poopy God. Alright. So number one. This isn't a troll account, by the way. Okay. Number one. Which Oblivion is better? Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion or the Tom Cruise motion picture by the same name? I tried to play Elder Scrolls 4, and I'm just not a big fan of Elder Scrolls. I really ain't. I mean, I love Skyrim. It's still one of my favorite games of 2011, but it figures. I played like 45 hours of that game, and then right after I did my top 10 and gave it number 2 of that year, I just never really played it again because I just never found myself wanting to. But I love what I played, so it's still one of my favorites of that year. But yeah, I'm just not big into Elder Scrolls, especially Oblivion, seeing that that game starts you off and yeah, you're fucked right off the beginning, because I remember just entering this big world, had no idea what I was doing, and I just kept getting killed by things. I'm like, okay, well, I'm done. So, Tom Cruise, all the way. I love that movie, I don't care. My theater is actually doing a thing where you can go see that movie again for only $30 in a couple weeks, so I'm going to go see it again probably. Number 2, if you hate DSP gaming so much, which I definitely do, why was he in one of your intros? Well, the intro that I put him in, it was a picture of him looking really angry, and it looked so fucking hilarious, I decided to put it in there because it was so dumb. It's him just like gritting his teeth with his hands up in the air going, "Arr!" Like, I don't know, it looks so stupid. He was so angry at a game that he did that. He made that face. That he was so angry at a game that he had to play that he made that face. I don't like him, so that's why. Mr. Car 603. Number 1, which there's only one question, so I don't know why he numbered them. Number 1, why are you not so much a fan of car racing games? Of course, Mr. Car would ask that. Well, Mr. Car, I am a fan of racing games, car racing games. I'm just not a big fan of the realistic ones like Forza or Gran Turismo or even what is that F1 game, which I guess isn't, well, they're cars, right? Yeah. Well, they're realistic. I don't really care about those. I love Need for Speed. I love Burnout. I love me some what's the other one? Well, I love me some unrealistic ones. What do they call them? Arcadey style? Yeah, I like those. So, I'm a big fan of car racing games when they're stupid and fun. So there you go, Mr. Carr. Comment removed? Sorry. The Gaming Bros, number 1. Nothing. Alright, well. Oh, here we go. He did another one. Okay, well, actually, hold on. Someone has a spammed. Let me see. Alright, this is from Super Us Tube. This isn't... Yeah, this isn't bad. Okay. I don't know why this is spammed. I mean, it's kind of snarky, but that's okay. Super Us Tube 7 says... asks, number 1, if Deadpool's junk is an achievement in the new Deadpool game, where does it end? Oh shit, I just realized part of this is cut off. God damn it, fucking hate this. I hate this. Okay, there we go. Your long ass goddamn comments. Alright, if Deadpool's junk is an achievement in the new Deadpool game, where does it end / where is the trophy where Kratos shoves a sword-shaped dildo in his clitoris? Oh, okay, now I see why it's spammed. I don't know what... You worded that weird, first of all, and then it ended with a sword-shaped dildo in his clitoris, so... I'm just gonna... move to the next one. Number 2, Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio? See, that's a legitimate question. What the fuck was the other one? Alright. Jet Grind Radio... I don't like Jet Grind or Jet Set. Either one. But if I had to pick one... you know, I'd pick Jet Set Radio Future. There you go. The Xbox. Is that just Xbox port? I'm not really sure. But, isn't Jet Grind Radio? No. Was Jet Grind Radio that... I don't remember. No, I'll go with Jet Set Radio Future because I don't remember playing any of the other ones because they were so forgettable. So there you go. Alright, now let's go on to Game Bros. The Gaming Bros. Alright, number 1, which there's only one again. Oh no, that's 2. He just didn't put it down here. Okay. Number 1, what game are you looking forward to on next gen the most? Right now, I'm really looking forward to Dead Rising 3. That looks awesome. And I'm happy that they're making it more of a regular, like, shoot 'em up game, I guess you could say, with still adding all the stuff that made Dead Rising cool, like the weapons and even the customizing, making different weapons in the Dead Rising 2 game. I really enjoy Dead Rising, but I hate the controls. I really do, and that's what makes the boss fights intolerable. I just cannot play that game again because if I had to get to a boss fight, I was done. I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate this. It took me so long to beat it because the boss fights are so bad. So hopefully the controls will be better. The boss fights will be more, typical for a game like that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it because it looks awesome. I don't know. So there you go. Oh wait, no, he has another question. I forgot. Number 2, who are your top 3 favorite actors? Okay, well, I don't really have one, and to come up with something like this off the fly doesn't mean it's true, but right now my top 3 favorite actors right now, just for now, is Michael Fassbender, who we've seen in a lot of movies, Shame, Prometheus, X-Men First Class. He's been in tons of movies. Okay, number 2, William Fichtner. I just love that dude, and I really want to see him be in more movies. And who would be the third one? Let me think. Dewey. I'm looking around my room to see if I see posters, because I know I probably have him somewhere. Who's my other favorite actor? I don't know. I only have 2 of them so far. Should I go back to it? You know what? I'm just gonna say, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. You know what? I'm just gonna say Jackie Earle Haley, the guy that played Rorschach in Watchmen. I think he's a great actor, and I want to see him in more stuff. And he was awesome in that, so I want to see him in more stuff. Not a freaking Nightmare Before Elm Street remake, please. No, not again. Not again. Like they're gonna do another one. Okay. Alright, well, they might, actually. So there you go, that was the Gaming Bros. Nick Knack, who's been a subscriber for a very long time. Number 1, if it's no problem, off the top of your head, what do you think about Persona 4 Golden so far from what you've played? Like a quick impression / review right now in a few words or less. Okay, Persona 4 Golden is a really... Alright, it's the PS Vita version, by the way, if you do not know. It's Persona 4 just Vita-fied, and I think in Persona 4 there wasn't too much voice acting, but I think there's a few differences. Anyway, I think the game is actually pretty damn awesome. I really like the storytelling. The characters so far haven't really gotten on my nerves. There is one girl in the game that has that squeaky type voice. I don't really care for that, but I like the characters. I think the combat system's really intriguing, even though it's pretty much turn-based strategy, but it has some cool little features in it. It's a fun game. I think the graphics are really nice for the PS Vita. I think, like I said, the story is starting off really nice. Again, I didn't play too much, and what I played of it, I've only been in like 1 or 2 battles because it starts off pretty slow. But right now, I'd say it's a damn good game. Persona 4 Golden, I might even start it over just to get back into it and start it over and then like get myself hooked on it, because it was a bad time when I started that game. I started that game when Halo 4 was coming out, all these other games in November, just tons of stuff was coming out. So yeah, I screwed up, started playing that during that time, so I'm going to start over. So there you go. For right now, I think it's a great game. So number 2, if Derpy the Smurf were to make it to the WWE roster and get an instant push, hold on, let me move this. What one accomplishment would you want him to achieve? Some examples, but not limited to, are winning the WWE title, winning the Royal Rumble, becoming a tag team champion, defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and much more. Well, okay, if you do not know, Derpy the Smurf is a creation I made in WWE, I think, what, 12? I think it was 12, maybe 11, I don't remember. But I think it was WWE 12. and I did a Gore Plays, which is my Let's Play channel. I mean, my Let's Play series on my other channel. And I think I did that Gore Plays on this channel. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I made a character. He's a Smurf. He looks a little weird. Called Derpy the Smurf. I continue to remake him in every WWE game that comes out. I even made him in Dragon's Dogma. So there you go. He's just a small dude. He's a little derpy. So there you go. Oh, I also made him in Scribble Knots. That's right. So what would I want him to win? You know what? I love the Royal Rumble, so I want it to be a slow accomplishment, not like just out of nowhere he wins. So what I want to happen, he starts off, he beats someone just to get into the Royal Rumble. You know how they do that, where they fight and then he got a good number, but no, he fought and he got number 1. He got number 1 in the Royal Rumble, and then he went through all 30 or 40 people, whatever number it is now, and he went all the way through the beginning to the end, and then the last guy, who is it? I don't know, some big motherfucker. So it's just this small dude and this really big fat dude. So, oh man, how's it going to knock him over the ropes? If you don't know Royal Rumble, to win you have to knock the other wrestlers off the top rope. So, there you go. So how's he going to do it? Well, he climbs up the turnbuckle. The fat guy's about to come up and like grab him. But no, friggin' Derpy the Smurf grabs him around his head, takes him around the turnbuckles, and floop! Some miracle happens. He bounces off the ropes. That fat motherfucker flies out, and Derpy the Smurf's still in. Derpy wins. There you go. And then he goes to WrestleMania, and at this time, Undertaker is the World Wrestling Champion, and he not only gets the championship, but he beats Undertaker at WrestleMania and ends his streak. Woo! There you go. I need a drink. Derpy the Smurf. There you go. Alright, let me move it now. Kung Smurfin. Smurfin, that's funny. What is your opinion on Project Stark? I mean Spark. Project Stark. Well, it's been getting fucked over recently. Let me just say that. If you get that joke, good. Oh, there's a car coming by. Can't stop that. Alright. My opinion on that, I think it actually looks cool. The thing is that I'm not going to get one of those, what is it called again? The little tablets you need to use. I'm never going to get one, so I'll probably never play this. But it actually did look really cool. So, I would like to play it, but most likely I won't. So, that sucks. Maybe I'll get one in the future, but, yeah, not when it first comes out. Serious Hedgehog Co. says, number 1, what first-person shooter / third-person shooter do you consider to be underrated? Alright, I've said this plenty of times, but 2, I'll tell you 2. Alright, well actually you asked for 2, okay. 1 first-person shooter, 1 third-person shooter. First-person shooter, Singularity. I love that game so much. It has a time manipulation system where you actually can decay and you can reverse and I think fast-forward time too, I'm not really sure. So that's a really cool feature. I really like that. But the shooting itself is actually really damn good. It's very tight, very smooth. You get a lot of really cool guns. And I even like the story. So I love that game, really. So that's underrated, definitely. Third-person shooter, I've said this plenty of times. Freedom Fighters. I love that game. I just recently started playing that game again. It's maybe 10 years old. And that game holds up. It's a lot of fun. I remember playing that game online. Well, not online. It wasn't online. But I played multiplayer with my friend, and all we would do was send troops in. Because in that game, you can actually send in troops while you're playing the multiplayer, which is an awesome, awesome feature. So you could just send in troops, let them attack the base, and we would just stay at our own base and let our guys just attack the base. And whoever finally gets in and kills the guy that was in the base, either one of us, they win. So I love that game. I really do. It's an awesome game. Number 2, what is your opinion on anime? There is some really good anime, but there's also some really ridiculous anime. So I'm kind of mixed. I like it, but there's parts where I'm like, okay, come on, this is ridiculous. If you think this is good, I don't know what you're smoking. But there is some damn good anime like Trigun. That one, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. There's a lot of them that I love personally. So there you go. Pigaloink. He's been around too. Actually, a lot of these people have been around for a long time, so I should I shouldn't just say that for one particular person. Serious Hedgehog Co. has been around for a little bit. Alright, Pigaloink. What are your favorite and least favorite games of all time? Okay. This is why I didn't ask for, because being brought to announce my favorite games of all time, that's kind of hard. Look, I couldn't even announce my 3 favorite actors right now. I couldn't. I just couldn't. Like, I mean, I did, but I couldn't. Like, that's probably not right, what I announced. So I can't do this. Now, least favorite games of all time, I can't do either. But I'll say this. I'll give you a break. Right now, some of my favorite games are, you know, of course, BioShock Infinite, Last of Us, Tomb Raider I loved, Halo 4 I'm still loving, even though I haven't played in a little while. I'm getting back into Borderlands 2, and some of my least favorite right now, I played Fast and Furious, and I thought that sucked ass. I played, what else? I'm playing Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, and I'm not really caring for that at all. What else? There's some other games oh yeah, Fireburst on Xbox Live Arcade, which is a terrible racing game. Do not buy it. So yeah, I've been playing some bad games recently, but I cannot tell you my favorite and least favorite of all time. I can't do that. That's hard. So I gave you somewhat of an answer. I didn't just skip you. Okay. I totally beat you says, what is your opinion on HD remakes, and do you believe it ruins the original game's charms? No, I do not think so. I actually really like HD remakes as long as they don't screw it up. Like, from what I've heard, I barely played them, but the Silent Hill 2 and 3 HD remakes, or, well, HD ports, whatever you want to call them, I heard they got ruined because they used HD and it ruined the effect of the world itself. And also I heard there was glitches and whatnot. So if it does that, then definitely. I mean, it doesn't ruin the game's original charm, it just ruins the original game. So I actually really like HD remakes. I want to see more of them later in the future. I would love to see a HD remake of all 3 of the original Resident Evils. I know that sounds stupid, but I would love to see maybe just not even an HD port, like a remake, like you're saying, a remake, like Halo Combat Evolved. I would love to see that. That would be so awesome. So, I mean, there's been a remake for the first Resident Evil, but not the second or third one. So, yeah, I want to see that. And I want to have it so that it's the camera like that. Sorry, I love that camera. I love those tank controls. I don't care. What's your favorite Sly Cooper game? Well, okay. I never beat the third one. I'll admit to you. Well, I got halfway through. I beat the first 2. I love the second one. The second one's so awesome. So yeah, my favorite Sly Cooper game is Sly 2. What the hell is it called? I don't remember. But it's Sly 2, definitely. I think one of them is called Honor Among Thieves. I think that's the second one. No, actually, no. I remember. I think Sly 2 is called Band of Thieves. That's what it's called. I'm pretty sure, at least. So there you go. Craig Deemers asks, which game do you think is better, BioShock Infinite or The Last of Us? Well, I don't know. I think they're pretty much tied for me. But I've been thinking about this. I think the story is better in BioShock Infinite. I like the characters equally in both. I really do. I can't decide which one I think is better. Which one's better, Booker or Joel? Ellie or Elizabeth? I can't think. Who's better villain? Comstock or this person? I won't say because it's kind of a spoiler. And I can never come with a true answer. So right now I think the story is better in BioShock. I think the characters are equal. I think the sound is equal. Graphically, Last of Us 1. And gameplay-wise, I think The Last of Us is a little bit better. Just a little bit. But I think BioShock has the better story. And that's what really matters to me in a game like this. So right now it's equal, in my opinion. So there you go. I think BioShock Infinite has more of an interesting story, in my opinion. The Last of Us, it's pretty simple. You just have to bring this girl there and bad stuff happens. BioShock, I mean, you could say, oh, you have to bring this girl out of this place and bring her there and a bunch of bad stuff happens. But that's definitely doing the story a disservice. So, yeah. There you go. There's my answer. I'm already getting, as you can tell, my voice is getting a little screwed up. Ooh, oh boy. Not even halfway through. Okay. Oscar the Movie Guy, for some reason his comments were spammed. Number 1, why do you buy games more than movies? Okay. I buy games more than movies because movies I can watch pretty much whenever I want. Netflix, cable, I can rent them whenever I want, like I said, Redbox. and I can always get them cheaper later on. I can get games cheaper later on, but games I can't just flick on my TV and start playing one, you know? Games, it's a little harder, especially with GameFly. GameFly is a great service, do not get me wrong, but holy crap, it's hard to get a game sometimes. Even if you had it on your queue for a very long time. I had Ride to Hell, which is that terrible game that came out recently, and I had it on there for a good maybe 3 months, didn't ship it at all, didn't have any games being sent to me. There was no games I had 2 available spots, and it didn't send me either Ride to Hell or Miramasa Rebirth, so sorry. Sorry, like it's your fault. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's why. Number 2 was your least favorite anticipated movie for the rest of 2013. Well, actually, I just posted this on Twitter, but there's a movie called the To-Do List, which has wait, what's her name? Aubrey Plaza? Audrey Plaza? I think it's Aubrey. Aubrey Plaza, and it looks terrible. Every time I see that trailer, I'm like, oh my god, oh, just please come out soon. And it's supposed to come out this month, so good. I've seen it about 3 times, and I'm just sick and tired of seeing that trailer. It looks so bad, it really does. So that and maybe Smurfs 2, because Smurfs 1 I actually did watch, and it's probably one of the worst animated / live action movies I've ever seen in my life. So there you go. Bon appetit. Hi, it's me again. Are you looking forward to Disney Planes? Okay, he asked one extra question. I'll just answer this one real quick. No, it looks terrible, in my opinion. It should have stayed as a straight DVD movie. Alright, The Prestige 1231. Number 1, will you ever do a room tour? I did one, actually, about a year ago, so you could go look at that. My room has changed, so I might do another one later this year, but I've done one. So look up on my channel, search up Gors Room Tour. I think it was supposed to be for my, like, what, 1,000th video, so it was a good year, maybe a little over a year. So, number 2, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? I saw a lot of people doing videos about, you know, movies, games, etc. And I was just like, you know what? I should do this too. And I bought a computer. Well, I bought a computer. I bought a camera. I started making webcam videos where I had to actually get a different mic because the webcam I was using didn't have a mic, so I actually had to get a different mic. Started reviewing stuff that were terrible. A lot of my earlier reviews are just bad. They're pretty much just me talking and me saying, oh, this game sucks, this game sucks, oh, this game's good, this game, and not me explaining anything, just me turning the camera on and just doing things. And yeah, I progressively got better, of course, but well, that matters on what you think. Do you think I got better? Yeah, tell me in the comments. But yeah. So that's what inspired me. Just everybody, pretty much. Not just one single person. Just everybody that was doing them. Everybody that was doing reviews on blogs. Everybody doing reviews on YouTube and whatnot. I was like, you know what? I want to do that. So I did it. What editing program do you use? I use Arcsoft Showbiz, which is probably the worst fucking studio ever. It's probably the worst editing system. Sorry, not the studio. Worst video studio editing system, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's one of the worst out there. And I do have Adobe Premiere. Thing is that I've been using Arcsoft for so long that I know how to use that, and it's hard for me to go and use something I don't know about. But Premiere is like maybe 10,000 times better, and I don't know why I'm not using it. So that's what I use. I use Arcsoft Showbiz. It came with my HD PVR. Thanks. Oh boy. Alright. Let's answer one more question and then we'll end this. I don't know how long we've been going because my camera does not tell me how long I've been filming, which kind of sucks. So, yay. Alright. Sigma Chicken 09. And what a great way to end this. I know Sigma Chicken. Alright. If you could give anyone in the world a stone cold stunner, who would you stunner? I guess he means, and why? See, I'm slurring my words now. Oh boy. All right, give me a second. Let me do this again. Okay, here we go. Sigma Chicken 09 asks, if you could give anyone in the world a stone cold stunner, who would you stunner and why? Alright. DSP, Dark Side Phil, because Dark Side Phil, I'm sorry, if you like him, that's fine. I'm telling you right now, he's probably the biggest piece of shit I've seen on YouTube. And I mean, what Ray William Johnson, all these people, Fred, I'm just kidding. I don't know if he's a piece of shit, but you know, Ray William Johnson seems like a piece of shit. But Dark Side Phil, I can tell you for a fact he's a piece of shit because he complains about, what does he do? He plays video games for a hobby. I mean, not hobby. It used to be a hobby. It used to be just for fun, but no, he does it for a job now. And he complains about it, bitches and moans, talks about how he's the best. He's so freaking funny. You know what, DSP? You're not fucking funny. You're not. And this is not me saying this all because I'm jealous or something. There's plenty of YouTubers out there that, you know, have way more subscribers than me that I think are hilarious. And like I mentioned earlier, Video Games Awesome. I think they're great. I think they're funny. I love watching their videos. You, I can't fucking stand you. You fucking suck. I hate you. Someone send this message to DSP right now. Hey, DSP, you're listening to this? I would fucking stone cold stun you so fucking hard. I would fucking stun you. And then I would do that thing that Stone Cold does where he gets in your face on the ground and starts putting middle fingers up. I would go on the turnbuckle, get my beer, smash them together, start drinking them, and that's it. You're done. Game over. Alright, who would win in a fight? Adam Sessler or Adam Sandler? Well, I think Adam Sandler would win because before Adam Sessler could say, hey, let's fight, Adam Sandler already broke his fucking neck with a tire iron, so... That's it. If you don't know Adam Sessler, this is a kind of running joke with Sigma and a bunch of other people that I talk to. Adam Sessler, kind of like me, stutters on his words. So he says and ah. So yeah, he does that a lot though, a lot more than I do. So, but I love Adam Sessler. Also, Adam Sandler has Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Rob Schneider, a bunch of other people. Adam Sessler, I guess he has Morgan Webb on speed dial, but I don't think that's going to help him very much. So I would say Adam Sandler. Okay, so you know what? That's actually the last question I'll answer on this part. Look forward to the next part, which I'll try to get through all the rest, but as you can see, I'm not even halfway through. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the first part. Look forward to the second part coming up soon. Thank you, and bye.